Hello and good morning. My name is Dr. Rabin Gonzaga. I am a psychiatrist here in Gleneagles, Kuala Lumpur. And today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about stress and anxiety during this difficult period of the COVID-19 where we're experiencing a movement control order. Okay? So what is stress and what is anxiety? One of the short definitions of stress is an emotional upset that is secondary to an unpleasant event. And in some instances, anxiety is described as worry or nervousness about the future or fear of the future. So some of the symptoms of anxiety that we can experience are things like thoughts, repeated negative thoughts that go through our head, or physical symptoms such as palpitations, the sensation of your heart beating fast or beating loudly, difficulty breathing, nausea, feeling sick like you're going to throw up, tremors in your hands or your legs, and sometimes an unpleasant feeling in the pit of your stomach. Okay? Now, sometimes these physical symptoms may arise and get worse and present as a panic attack, which is an extremely acute, severe form of anxiety, which can make people feel like they're going to pass out or they're going to faint and can go to hospitals for medical treatment or investigations. Now, I'd like to talk to you about how we can potentially try to mitigate the effects of stress and anxiety during this MCO period. So one of the most important things that we need to do is to first identify the fact that we're feeling stressed or anxious, to get off the merry-go-round of experience and reaction, okay? So for example, staying at home can be quite anxiety-provoking or quite stressful, and in some instances we can get what we call cabin fever, which is being stuck in an enclosed environment for a long period of time, which can lead to feelings of restlessness and irritability. So it's important to recognize a safe space in your home if you're living with a lot of people that you can go to take refuge or have a bit of time out from time to time. And it's also important if you live in a crowded environment to identify a space where you can go to if you don't have your own bedroom or your own refuge that you can go to and just take some time out when you're feeling under pressure or overwhelmed. It's important to also understand that relationships can be a source of anxiety and stress during this time. Being confined in a space with other people, or even if they're your family members, can be quite stressful. So it's important to be mindful of the situations in which conflict can arise and to watch out for that and try to divert yourself from that situation should they arise. Work can also be a source of stress, as a lot of people are now working from home. And this is where discipline is extremely important. It's important to identify a workspace that you can function in quite well. It's important to, I also think, to work according to the work time that you would normally do when you're in your office, and to take some short breaks and reward yourself for the period of which you've been working, and not to make it all seem very tedious for yourself. So being productive at home is no brain science. Basically, you need to sleep well, eat healthily, exercise as much as you can. I know that can be quite difficult if you're not allowed to go outside or go to the gym. And for those people who drink alcohol and who smoke, you just need to be a little bit careful about overindulging in this period of time. Lastly, I'd just like to say, be very careful about social media and messaging. Try to get your source of information about this pandemic from one or two trusted sources, and try not to get overwhelmed by the kind of information that comes pouring into our social media sites and into the messaging system. And lastly, if I may say, if you're inclined to, what you can also do is explore some meditation exercises to try and calm your mind and make yourself feel calm and relaxed. There are lots of guided meditations you can find on the internet, and in particular YouTube is a good resource for that. So I'd like to wish you all the best, and stay healthy and well, and stay indoors as much as you can. Thank you.